Good afternoon, everybody. Sean here from Julie Harris Realty with your new September update. Welcome to spring. Now, I'm going to touch on most of the things that I normally talk about in these videos, and let's get straight into it. CoreLogic monthly indices have been released today. Some relatively good news all around. So yes, we have seen some declines for the month once again, but the rate of decline is slowing considerably, which I'm about to share with you now. So if you look at Brisbane, year on year, property values are still on the rise compared to 2019, which is a great thing. Houses are carrying the bulk of that rise in 4.3% up. Unfortunately, yes, townhouses and units are down a little bit. But the interesting thing I want to talk about is the rate of decline month on month in each category is slowing, and is the third month in a row it has slowed at this point. So if you go back to my old videos and take note of the declines that I detailed in those videos, especially the last two, you'll notice that the decline is decreasing. So as detailed in this month's indices report, all up, the value of all property declined between July and August at 0.07%. And if you think about it, that's a relatively marginal figure as it is. But compared to the month previous, the value of all properties declined 0.35%. So the rate of that decline has more than halved at this point. And then the month before that, the rate of decline was 0.43%. So there's a bit of a pattern going on there. The same does apply to individual categories in standalone residential houses and units as well. So the rate of decline for houses in this new indices is 0.2%, so barely anything at all. The rate of decline the previous month was 0.33%, and the month before that was 0.36%. So again, we're seeing that decline really start to slow down, which indicates that buyer sentiment is increasing. Even for units, the rate is slowing as well. So the month that we've just had 0.34%, the month before that 0.47%, the month before that 0.75%. So the rate of decline since 2 months ago for units has halved, which is great news all around. So let's cross our fingers and hope that continues throughout the rest of the year. The next thing I want to talk about very quickly is just addressing the slight bit of confusion that's occurring at the moment with what the restrictions are in relation to real estate, open homes and things like that. So if you go to the Queensland Health website, they don't specify anything about real estate whatsoever. So if you go to obviously health.queensland.gov.au, you scroll down to the restrictions table. So column 1 and column 2. For the purposes of this public health direction, restricted businesses, activity or undertaking means a business, an activity or an undertaking, premises or place listed in column 1 and the extent of the restriction permitted in column 2. So for example, retail food services may operate for seated patrons only in accordance with paragraph 6, which is detailed earlier, no buffet, self-service, etc., etc. What I want to point out is that the section that's dedicated to real estate and auction houses, there are no restrictions as detailed by Queensland Health. And also too, the Queensland government's roadmap to recovery, even with the new update, doesn't reflect anywhere any restrictions that real estate agents should be undertaking as long as they operate with their COVID safe plan, which of course we do. So beyond the things that we operate within in that COVID safe plan, which is adhering to social distancing, of course, suggesting that people use hand sanitizer and face masks, which we give people access to at open homes. We are also taking the extra step to restrict occupants in a property at any one time to 10 at a maximum. As far as we understand, that is outside of the restriction requirements at the moment, but we're still adhering to those things. Last thing I want to talk about is just a new property that I've recently listed. So I recently listed 112 Mountain Street in Mount Gravatt. Now I'm going to show you again. This is a property that hasn't been on the market since 1987. It's a very unique property in that it's on a massive block at the base of Mount Gravatt, as you can see from this picture. Fantastic views, fantastic green location, all of the things that, everybody would want from a nice, pristine house in Mount Gravatt. I will be very honest in that it's a house that needs a substantial amount of renovation or potentially demolition. But if you would like to talk about this house, give me a call, 0407 149 757. Really is the kind of property that would just suit either someone that's got scope to make substantial renovations to the property, or potentially knock it over and build their beautiful new modern forever home. Lovely mountain views out to Cootha and beyond, and then they pan across to the city and close out to the bay as well. On a good day, you can see the Glasshouse Mountains as well, which is really beautiful. Big block, 946 square meters, in a lovely, quiet neighbourhood. Easy access to a lot of things, including various schools, Griffith University, buses and shopping. A really kind of like beautiful house. So throughout the campaign, which is just on 2 weeks now, we've had 72 people inspected, 72 individual groups. This is not actual people, but groups, and the actual amount of people that have been through the house probably goes past 150 at this point. If you want to have a chat about the house, give me a call, or you can shoot me an email on sean@julieharrisrealty.com.au. I might wrap it up there. I think that's everything for the month. The thing to take away from this is the rate of decline is slowing in all categories in the Brisbane property market, which is a great sentiment leading into the peak selling season here in Brisbane. So if you would like to have a chat, whether you're a buyer or a seller, give me a call. Here's to a great September and a great spring. Thanks.